run operation that started in 1981, where we provided emergency and non-emergency ambulance services for a small city with a population of about 10,000. That service worked in 3-year contracts, so we did the 911 stuff and we did a lot of transports with ambulances from hospitals to other hospitals. And it was a single location entity for all of the years that it was in operation until we sold it. I learned that I never ever want to be involved in selling someone else's business, because it's very there are a lot of complexities, there are a lot of levels. Like I said, you get a lot of offers over the years from various people to buy a piece of your business or buy your business, and oftentimes these people are not, they think they're serious, but they're not serious. And what IAG did for us was, if I got an offer or someone that wanted to talk to me about the future of my business, and that offer came from someone that IAG had connected me to, I knew that at the very least I was dealing with a person who had been bona fide and had been vetted through their extensive selection process, and that I wasn't going to have to worry if that person said, well, I have this much money to do this. Well, a lot of people say what they have and what they can do, but when the rubber meets the road, particularly in business, particularly in private emergency services, you deal with a lot of people that talk a big game but really can't deliver anything when the time comes. And if you do business with the type of undesirable applicant for your business, oftentimes what you'll find out is that you are expected to take on a very back-loaded contract. You're expected to take on a very back-loaded sale. They'll say something like, well, we can give you, this paltry amount of money for the next 50 years. And it's like, well, I don't really want to get $25,000 a year for the rest of my life. I'd like to get, some value for my business up front. And when you talk to IAG, you're only talking to people that can make that happen. And that was a huge benefit that I had from working with them. Insofar as talking with prospective buyers, I got a lot of very solid pointers that allowed me to present my company in a very positive manner without misleading anyone, and to really sell the idea of why this was a good company to have. And there was a lot of reassurance right from the beginning, because the last thing I wanted to do was leave my company and my personnel in the hands of some ding-dong, right? Because this is an ambulance service. These are people's lives, and this is the town that I grew up in, my home. And to pass it on to someone who, the wheels were just going to fall off and they weren't going to have any idea what they were doing, was very scary to me. I had some really great employees that had been with me for decades, and the last thing that I wanted to do, aside from, hosing over the people of my hometown, was leaving these people that helped me build my company in a place where they weren't going to be taken care of properly. If someone mismanaged that, they could lose their jobs, and that would weigh on me very heavily. So when the folks at IAG just sort of held my hand through the process, and they reassured me that no, that they weren't putting me in touch with people whereby that was going to happen, and they really helped me to overcome some challenges that I had. To a person who would be looking to use IAG to help sell their business, it is so much more complicated buying and selling a business from one year to the next, based on various changes in whatever your industry is, and trying to do it by yourself. If you own a business and your area of expertise is running that business, then the idea of selling your business is a completely different ball of wax. So if you're trying to sell your business while you're trying to run your business, you're going to have a massive amount of work on your plate in front of you. The folks at IAG, they really help to sell your business for you so that you can focus on running it and being successful and making the money that you need to make to keep it going and to keep it afloat and to keep it valuable. And the folks at IAG, they do the legwork to go out and find those buyers for you. Particularly if you're in a small, relatively isolated area that I was, and you don't necessarily want to advertise, hey, this business is for sale, because it could significantly affect your ability to continue doing business there. People may see that as the wrong way, that you're not happy, you want to abandon your community, you want to give up the thing whatsoever. So by working with IAG, you can avoid all of the hassles of having to sell your business yourself, and you can just focus on running it. We're looking to figure out what our next step is. And my family and I, my wife and my son, we're going to be turning the page and starting the new chapter. I'm getting out of emergency services for the most part. No more flashing lights and car accidents, and that's going to be nice. We're looking forward to finding out what our next adventure is and tackling it then.